I talk about constipation and bowel health quite a bit because, as they say, our health begins in our digestive tract. Needless to say, we eat the food or drink the food, and the food has to go through our digestive tract, be broken down into simple proteins, simple carbs, simple fats, absorbed into our bloodstream, and become the nourishment for our body. And so, if the digestive system, the stomach, the mouth, actually, starting in the mouth, the esophagus, the stomach, the small and large intestines are not working properly, if we're backed up because we are constipated, okay, then we're not going to be getting appropriate nutrient, and we're going to end up with deficiency. We're going to end up toxic, actually, because as we are constipated, and the food remain in our colon, in our digestive tract for too long, it starts rotting and becomes putrid. And as it rot, it it creates all kinds of bacteria, bad bacteria that crosses our bloodstream and make us sick. So it's very important to have a clean colon. It's important to move our bowel regularly. We should not be constipated. If we're constipated, something is going on that is not good. We should be moving our bowel, and we should not feel like we're not emptying our bowel. We should feel like our bowel is emptied after we go to the bathroom. So I want to talk to you again about constipation, because it's something that has been bothering me now for a couple months. I eat very healthy, lots of vegetables and fruits, and I drink a lot of water, and I don't eat junk, flour and sugars and things like that. I eat pretty clean. But yet for the past 2 to 3 months, I have had quite a bit of challenge with regards to constipation, just feeling like I'm not emptying my bowel, having that fullness in the rectum is very uncomfortable. It makes you miserable. You can't think straight. You're not clear-minded, and you're just constantly thinking about the bowel and this uncomfortable feeling in the rectum. It feels full. You go to the bathroom, the stool looks pasty, or if you squeeze it out, it's hard, or if it's not hard, it's pasty or little pebbles, just not comfortable. So this is what's been going on now for about 2 to 3 months. I have tried so many things. I have not resorted to any drug. I was convinced I did not want to go that way, but I've tried the prune juice, the prunes, natural calm. All these things work, but they work for a day or two. Okay, you're looking at chia seeds. I bought chia seeds and I've been adding it to my salads. And I even started having oatmeal in the morning for breakfast, because I felt I wasn't having enough fiber. Maybe more some oatmeal in the morning with a half of an apple and some chia seeds. And I tried that. Worked for a day or two, and then nothing. And I don't feel my best when I have breakfast in the morning. I feel my best when I have one meal a day, which is dinner around 2 to 3 or thereabout. But I was willing to try the oatmeal in the morning with some chia seeds and cut up an apple, etc. After a while, what started helping me is having a cup of coffee in the morning. But I don't want to have coffee in the morning to move my bowel. So I kept doing my research. And finally, I bumped into a blog online, and the lady who writes the blog says, no matter how much fiber you're eating, if you're not drinking enough water, you're going to have constipation problems. And I thought I was drinking a lot of water. I do drink a lot more water in the summer and the spring. Of course, I'm outside a lot gardening and things. But in the winter time, I tend to drink less, and I wasn't aware of that. And I also drink teas, and it's not the same as plain water. So I realized I wasn't drinking enough water. So this is what I started doing. I get up in the morning and I have 16 ounces of water, a whole bottle of water. Plain water with nothing added. No lime juice, no lemon juice, no apple cider vinegar, nothing. Just plain water. As the woman on the blog says, prime the pipe. That's what I did. And then I continued adding the chia seeds and eating, the vegetables and the roots and things that I normally have. And I kept the prune also, having 5 prunes in the evening. And then I would drink 16 ounces of water after that. And that was the answer to my problem. Since I started over a week ago, I have no fullness in my bowel. I feel like I've gone when I go. And I am thinking so much more clearly. I'm a lot more comfortable. I don't have the bloating and the excess gas and the putrid, foul smelling flatus or gas. So that was the answer to my problem. I was not drinking enough water. So what I have done, one has to be intentional about these things, intentional about exercise, intentional about eating healthy, intentional about drinking water, intentional about going to bed at a good time and getting adequate sleep, intentional about not stressing. So I designed a plan. Every day, every morning when I get up, I take 4 16-ounce bottles of water out. I put them on the counter and I start drinking. And I must finish all of them before I go to bed at night. And it has made, oh my goodness, the world of difference. So I was eating all this healthy stuff, but it was just there in my colon, not going anywhere, because I needed water to kind of move things along, move these lovely chia seeds that are so high in fiber, but they were just bundling up in my intestine, in my colon. They weren't moving along. Because just like the pipe, cleaning the pipe, it needed water to kind of move things along. Okay? And I needed to share that with you because I know many people suffer from constipation problems. Many people suffer from constipation problems, which leads to all kind of other issues. And the problem could very well be that you're not drinking enough plain water, good old plain water with nothing added. Okay, so I wanted to tell you about that, tell you my story. My stories are intended to help other people that might be experiencing the challenges that I have experienced or are experiencing now, to overcome them and to heal your own body. I remember some years ago, I had a friend whose daughter had a baby and they discharged her from the hospital without her moving her bowel. She got home and after about a week, she still hadn't moved her bowel and she started having numbness in her legs. Eventually, she couldn't move her legs. And she went back to the emergency department. And when they admitted her, they realized that this lady had not moved her bowel in almost 2 weeks, actually. She had moved her bowel. And they did CAT scan and they found that her colon was filled with stool, and that was compressing the nervous system, the nerves in her legs, and preventing her from being able to walk, to stand, or to move her legs. So what they did, they gave her, like magnesium citrate, all kind of laxative to clean her out. And once she started pooping, she was able to move her legs. And I know this to be a true story. The lady worked in the environmental services department at a hospital that I worked at as a nurse. So it's very important to move your bowel. If you're constipated, it's toxic to the body, poisons the body, and leads to all kind of problems. Okay, so I wanted to share that with you. Take care of your bowel. Your health begins there. God bless you. Till we meet again. Take care.